Yipee-Ki-Yay, Mr. Falcon.
Fievel Goes West.
Fievel Goes West? Oh, man. I ain't seen that in a minute.
Remember that? And that was a sequel,
of course
right?
I do.
To An American Tale.
I just saw something about that guy. It's like, I think that guy, his name was Don Bluth, also made All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Yeah.
And it was just like, yeah, he just, and like Land Before Time. It's like his sole purpose was to try to
traumatize our generation.
To gut punch your whole childhood.
Fuck me, man. Yeah, those movies damaged me. All of them. An American Tale was cool. I mean, it was really interesting, but there was some darkness. There was a lot of cats eating sentient mice, and
it was like an allegory for like Tsarist Russia. Or something crazy that we weren't supposed to get.
I always liked that you got to see the Statue of Liberty getting put together, and it was still copper colored. That was neat.
Yeah, it was neat.
Yeah, and the second one, the Western, was definitely a little more friendly for children.
Well, yeah,
they softened it up a little bit.
How many kids they freaked out?
Wasn't Spielberg? Didn't he produce the original? I feel like he did.
Don't know.
I think he did. What was the other one? You said Land Before Time. Yeah, that was a fucking oof.
And fucking All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Yeah. Yes, I didn't watch that one as much. Like I know I watched it in school. I've seen it, but I didn't watch it like some kids did. Yeah, I remember.
That's the worst one.
Yeah, my wife will not go near it. It is an unwatchable film, even if we wanted to. Land Before Time I watched a lot, though. And that one... Yeah, that one's rough. It's Bambi rough.
I read something crazy about All Dogs Go to Heaven. There's like the little girl's like dying at the end, and the dog voiced by Burt Reynolds is like talking to her.
It is him.
And when he filmed that scene, the actor that was voicing the little girl had already gotten sick and died.
Oh, what?
And Burt Reynolds is like trying to get through this scene where like the actor has already or she was either already dead or she was sick and dying, and he's essentially eulogizing her on the microphone, and it made the final cut. It's like this tearjerker of a scene, but like the girl was dying.
So this was just a coincidence that the voice actor was dying? Jesus Christ, man. I did not know. Well, that
horrible.
makes it worse. I didn't know you could make that worse. Hey, you made it worse. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, my pleasure.
Speaking of Burt Reynolds, I saw a great clip today. I saw it years ago, but there's a segment from when Conan was briefly doing The Tonight Show, right?
Oh, yeah, before they took it away from him.
Yeah, and before he had to lash out on his own. He had Burt Reynolds and Scott Summers. You remember Scott Summers? He did all the Nickelodeon things where you got
Scott
slimed.
Summers was Cyclops' brother from the X-Men. It's Havoc.
Tom, I'm talking about I'm talking about the
I'm
real world, bro.
Real life. Yeah, who is Scott Summers?
Pretty sure his name is Scott Summers. Now you got me fucking second guessing myself.
Who was Scott Summers? What did he do on Nickelodeon?
He was the host of all them shits.
Oh, you're thinking of Mark Summers.
Is it Mark?
Yeah,
Just
Mark
Summer?
He did What
Mark
Would
Summers.
You Do?
It is Summers. It's Mark Summers.
No, it's Summers. Mark Summers.
with a C. See, that's why I didn't remember it, because I don't acknowledge Marks with a C. They're just afraid
Mark
of
Summers
being
is
Marcuses.
awesome.
He's fine. I have no opinion about Mark, so I don't know his name. So
I saw Mark Summers live.
Anyway, live doing what?
They did an adult version of Double Dare at Frankfurt Hall, and they called it Dunkle Dare. And it was just really like adult inappropriate versions of Double Dare style physical challenges.
All right.
It was fucking awesome.
Well, he's pretty young in this clip, of course, and Burt Reynolds is still pretending to have hair and shit. So it starts off weird. Like, Mark Summers is a small man, right? You saw him in person. He seems to be a small man. So he's kind of like sitting on the chair like a little kid. You know, like he has to turn himself to look at Conan, right? And Reynolds has a puss on from the minute Summers comes out. And he like says something to him, like loud enough for the mics to pick it up, like something about like, don't turn your back to me if you're going to talk to me or something like that, right? And it starts getting weird and there's friction. And Summers starts like chiding him back and says something about how, because he recently went through his giant divorce with Lonnie Anderson, I guess. He says something about at least he's still married.
Oh, jeez.
Burt Reynolds pours his whole coffee cup of water in his lap. And Summers throws his cup of water at Burt Reynolds. And they keep doing they keep doing the interview. Somebody brings them out towels. And they dry themselves off, and Bert's got the towel around his neck like he's a boxer or something. And they keep doing the stupid interview, and then they get like heated up again. And then like two assistants come out from each wing and hand each of them a cream pie.
Oh my god.
And then they stand up and they like do a cream pie duel, like back to back, but they both try to cheat and throw early and they just end up clobbering each other. And then they hug, and it was all ruse.
It was staged.
It was all an elaborate ruse to just get Mark Summers covered in shit on stage as usual.
Oh yeah.
And Burt played along. But he did
really
it really.
funny.
He's a better actor than I thought, because I really thought he was pissed the first time I saw that clip. I didn't know where it was going. Thought it was going to be like
take down Mark Summers on live TV.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like that time. What's his name? Man in the Moon.
Oh, and Jerry the King Lawler slapped Andy Kaufman into
exactly.
next week.
You knew exactly what I was. Yeah, that happened on Letterman.
I think it was Letterman.
Yeah, young Letterman. Yeah. That's a good clip too. Look that up.
He fucking wallops
He
him.
really hit him too. Then he comes back in a neck brace and shit. Andy Kaufman was a sick fuck, man.
Andy Kaufman was out of his mind.
I watched that movie Saturday night about the first episode of Saturday Night Live, the behind the scenes thing.
Okay.
You didn't hear about
I haven't
this?
seen that.
Yeah.
No.
They did it. I think they did it in like real time. It's like the hour and a half leading up to the, airing of the first episode. It was okay. I mean, it is what it is. It was a little overly nostalgic, but it was okay. But Andy Kaufman was in the first episode of Saturday Night Live. Like, he was a cast member at the time.
He was a cast member?
For like 5-6 episodes. Yeah, he didn't even make it through the first season. But that's when he did the Mighty Mouse thing.
The Mighty Mouse thing was funny.
He did that in the first episode of Saturday Night Live. And they did it in the movie with the dude playing him, of course. They had to trim it down so much because it's so absurdly long in real life. He just lets that fucking song play forever before he does his little thing again. And I don't know, man. Like, the intellectual part of me wants to say I understand Andy Kaufman, but I don't get it. I don't get it.
It was tough. It was not for everybody.
Like, I get what he was doing, but I don't get it. You know what I mean? I
get it, but I don't
funny.
get it.
It's not that funny. For all the effort that goes into it, it's just isn't that funny. And a prank doesn't really work if there's never a reveal, and like,
yeah, you never get to feel like you're in on the joke.
Yeah, like I get it was probably pretty funny for him, and that just kind of makes him a dick. Like I truly don't know if he was like an artistic genius or if he's just an asshole. Well,
we'll never know. He did go and like just manhandle a bunch of women when he was wrestling. He would just wrestle women.
Yeah, it's a little weird. It's a little when you can come up with the whole joke from on your own from soup to nuts, and that's what you come up with. That's a little weird. It's a weird way to take it, man. I didn't know dick about him till I saw that Jim Carrey movie.
Oh yeah, Man on the Moon.
Yeah.
And like Jim Carrey is like is legitimately funny. He's like a comic genius.
He might be as crazy as Andy Kaufman was, but
yeah,
he's
he
fucking
idolized
funny.
Andy Kaufman.
Yeah, he gets him. Jim Carrey gets Andy Kaufman. I don't get.
Yeah, and we get Jim Carrey.
Well, there's a behind-the-scenes documentary
don't
about Jim Carrey filming Man in the Moon.
Oh, he went nuts.
You seen it?
I've seen like
it's
parts
wild.
of it.
It's wild how crazy that dude is.
The studio suppressed a bunch of that footage because they didn't want it leaking ahead of the movie and like ruining the box office take because they were afraid the people were just gonna not see it because of how crazy Jim Carrey went.
Yeah, he got sucked in. You know, he was in a refrigerator box trying to re-enter the Earth's atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? He was a dude disguised as a dude playing another dude, and he just got lost. Fucking lost, man. You know what? You know what makes me happy about Tropic Thunder? We're never gonna get a sequel. And it's a really good thing, and I love that. If they ever announce that they're going to try to do a sequel, I might just move to Panama and just live in the jungle forever now.
You know they have movies in Panama too, Dave.
Not in the jungle, Tom. Not if I don't have a phone. A phone.
You know what you might encounter in Panama?
Canal.
Someone trying to film the sequel to Tropic Thunder.
Motherfucker, you're right.
On location.
Oh, son of a bitch. It's all right.
You
Apparently,
can't escape it.
We're gonna invade Panama soon, so it'll be like going to another state. It'll be easy. It's gonna be great.
Oh, we're doing that?
I don't know, man. Yeah, that's what I read in the comic books.
Shit,
man. I'll tell you what you can do to soothe your savage soul.
What?
You got to listen to some wolf jazz. Wolf jazz. Sir. Wolf jazz. All right. Listen, all 56 people who listen to us.
What's wolf jazz?
Do this for your soul. Go to Spotify. Search for Jazz Wolf. All right. It will come up as a podcast episode. It is not a podcast episode. It is an album of music posted as a podcast episode. And I can't describe the majesty of it. There is no description. The description of Jazz Wolf's music is wolf jazz.
So wait. The artist is Jazz Wolf, and the music is Wolf Jazz.
Goddamn right it is.
Jazz Wolf performing Wolf Jazz.
Yeah. So I'm going to spoil it for you a little. It's jazz. It's soft jazz. It's like almost dentist office jazz, okay? But behind it, strategically placed wolf howls, real wolves howling in the wild. Occasionally, a whippoorwill or an owl.
A whippoorwill?
Occasionally, the call of a whippoorwill will issue through the wolf calls. But
is it really a whippoorwill?
Yeah. Throughout every song, I know what a whippoorwill sounds like, bitch.
Doesn't it say its name?
Yeah, kind of. Through every song, there's a background of howling wolves just behind soft jazz, and sometimes water sounds.
Do they howl on key?
No, but they often howl during like silences in the music, breaks in the music.
Wait a minute. You know how like there's that old trope of like someone playing a harmonica or a violin and it's really bad and a dog starts howling.
Sure.
Does it sound anything like that?
I can't describe it, dude. It's so beautiful. Like I laughed. The whole thing is 50-something minutes long. right? An hour, 5 minutes maybe. I laughed through the entire thing because like it lulls you into this false sense of, because it's this soft dog shit jazz music that just
Wolf shit.
yeah, and just lulls you into this complacency. And then all of a sudden there's a howl, and you remember this ridiculous movie is wolf jazz, baby. And this isn't and then there's some guitar shredding in one track, and there's fucking, you know what the CD is? I found a picture of the cover, and I think I figured out where it comes from. Do you remember when you were a kid and you would get dragged to some awful department store and you would be in this like hyper state of boredom?
Yeah.
Kids don't know this today because they have a phone and they are always.
You have Amazon now.
They don't, yeah, and when you don't get dragged to department stores, but there were like hours you'd spend like hiding in racks of clothing because there was nothing better to do. Well, I was an only child, so I was alone all the time. So I was like a mental patient, like scratching at the wall. And they would have these kiosks. And these would always be in stores that didn't have a CD department, no music department or anything like that. There would be these kiosks somewhere like amidst the bath towel section. And it would be made of faux wood, right? And it would covered in CDs that you'd never heard of, mostly nature sounds, sometimes Yanni, right?
Yanni.
Yeah, Yanni. And there'd be buttons with the CD covers on them, and you could hit them, and out of these shit speakers would come like a preview of the CD, of like the $8 CD that you could buy.
Yep, I remember.
You remember this? Am I just talking about? You remember? Okay, you scared me for a minute, man. I think this was one of those. I think this is what was hiding.
Wolf jazz.
Wolf jazz was hiding in these. Now I'm wondering, is there like owl jazz?
Owl jazz.
You know, is there like whale song jazz?
I guarantee you there's whale jazz. There has to be.
I gotta find that whale jazz now, yo. I gotta
know
know
what my
about
dad
whale.
and I
What?
used to do during, like, in that exact scenario that you just described in the department store.
What?
We would just be like leaned against a counter somewhere, just waiting for my mother to get what she needed, like her list of stuff she needed, and then we would just look around and try to come up with inventive ways to just off ourselves in the middle of the department store. He'd go to me like, I bet you if I drank enough of that perfume in the counter, that would probably do the trick. And
That's dark.
And I'm like, yeah, and I'd be like, the escalator's not tall enough for the fall alone to kill me, but if I leapt onto that rack holding all the purses, I think I would be impaled enough. And we would just like try to one up each other.
I used to fantasize about climbing on things. Always. Like, if I climbed up there and jumped, would I die? No.
Yeah, everybody has that thought.
Yeah.
Would that kill me?
Like, could I hide here and maybe make my mom freak out and have to, like, page me over the fucking intercom?
No,
Probably.
that's just cruel.
I never did it. I thought about it.
Good for you.
But then I'd have to stay in the store longer, and that didn't make sense. So,
Right.
fuck, man, I hated doing that. Stores were awful when we were little. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. Boscov's.
Yeah. There was no entertainment.
At least if you
Just-
went to Walmart, they had a movie and music section. You know,
The only entertaining things that you could do were you weren't allowed to do them.
yeah, and like you could totally get dragged on mall trips and never actually get to go into the fucking mall.
Yeah.
You're
You just wind up stuck in the Strawbridge enclosure
Yeah,
the whole time.
yeah. If you're lucky, you get to walk through the mall to J.C. Penney, and you just get to look at the cool shit that you're not going to get to go look at.
Boscov's.
And what's that other one? I hated that. The ritzier one, not Macy's.
Lord and Taylor?
Lord and Taylor. Fuck that store. I don't think there's any left anyway.
The one by us turned into a COVID vaccination
did.
site.
Yes, it
and
did.
then later into a Turn 7.
That was some post-apocalyptic movie shit for sure, man. I will never get over that memory of going. It was at 2020 that was in the early days.
2020 and 2021.
Yeah. And when they set up the huge vaccination sites in Jersey, like they had them at all different places, at colleges and shit. But the one we got assigned to was, it was at the Lord and Taylor in the Morristown Mall, where we used to just hang out in high school at that mall. And
Yeah, not so many years ago.
yeah, and we went, drove past the movie theater we went to go park at the COVID center and get our number and wait for our time and then get filed in by National Guardsmen through this.
Holding machine guns.
Ours weren't armed, actually, thankfully.
When I went, they had the rifles.
Did they? Did you go earlier?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Our guys just had the holstered pistols like the ones in the subway stations and shit. But I was kind of used to it, too, because when I worked in New York, they had guardsmen were in Penn Station with ARs all the time. Just all the time. And then there would be like cadres of SWAT guys like doing training shit. Just hanging out, drinking coffee with rifles. So I was kind of desensitized to it. That was pretty fucking weird, dude. Because they still had the glass display cases.
All the cases were still there
because
they were bolted to the floor.
And they were like tiled into the floor too. Like there was no moving those motherfuckers, man. And the lights were still on.
Like someone standing behind the jewelry, what used to be the jewelry counter was like, here's your number, get lost.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, and they had the all the hand wash shit all set up on the counters. Oh, it was so weird. And then they had that weird holding area where you had to go sit after the shot to make sure you didn't die. Remember that? Like, wait here 15 minutes in case you drop dead, and then you're not our problem. Like, sweet. Let's go. Let's go, baby. I remember where I was sitting. I was looking at the old changing rooms. The doors to the old dressing rooms were right over there. I'm like, oh. All right.
Brutal.
Zombies. I don't know. Wolf jazz, though.
Wolf jazz.
Fucking A, baby. Wolf jazz. Well, we're talking about music tonight. That was a long...
Are we?
We're going to get to it. That was a long fucking segue, but... I mean, there was shit. I had shit to say. I'm sorry. I had shit to say.
The world needs to know of wolf jazz.
Look, man, if it helps one person get through their day, it made me laugh for like an hour. So, if you like to be surprised by howling wolves, I am now going to make it my mission to take like Doors songs, I think, and put wolves behind them and see how it comes
wolf
out.
Doors?
Door wolves. Wolf doors? Wolf doors sounds too much like wolf dork. Wolf dork. They had to have him wear pants. He's wolf dork.
Cover his wolf dork.
Wolf dork. Well, what we're trying to talk about today, whenever the time it is, you fucking listen. Movie soundtracks. Movies with soundtrack. Now, this is not scores, all right? You John Williams freaks, shut the fuck up. Soundtracks. Movies with music. Real, like, songs. Songs. Most of the time, these movies also have some kind of score, but there's also a lot of movies that rely heavily on songs. Scorsese shit. We've talked about that a little bit before. But there was a lot in the 90s and the 80s when we were growing up, a lot of soundtracks that got almost as famous as the movies they were from. Like, we'll get into these, like, a little bit, but, like, one that jumps to my Top Gun. Top Gun. That jumps to the front of my mind because the music is so inherently bad. But it was so popular.
That Take My Breath Away song, which just kept popping up every other scene.
It was the love theme, man. It was the love theme.
It was just funny because the love scene would just pop up. The love scene would happen multiple times.
The licking.
And then that song would just come out of nowhere.
K-Log. Kenny Loggins, baby. Fucking dominating that soundtrack.
Danger Zone.
Yeah, and that's a movie that's weird because it had a soundtrack with a bunch of songs on it, and then there was the Top Gun theme, which was technically a score, but I think it was such a short piece of music you couldn't really call it a score, right? It's just like an instrumental song.
Yeah,
which
I like the Top Gun theme.
I remember the 16-bit version. 16 or 8? What did Nintendo have?
Nintendo was 8-bit.
Yeah, from the Top Gun video game. The 8-bit version of that. It's stuck in my brain forever. It was the most difficult fucking game.
Yeah, you had to land the damn plane on the ship. It was
Yeah, and there
hard.
was no instruction to tell you how. And then when I found out from the internet, as an adult, how, I wanted to fucking go back, and if I had a time machine, that's what I would do.
Just go play Top Gun
No,
on
I
Nintendo.
would tell my younger self how to land on the fucking aircraft carrier, and I could be a doctor by now.
Yeah, I bet it would have changed the whole course of your life. But then would we be doing this right now?
Probably not, but I could have doctor money. I could
You
not
could
have
actually be a doctor. Like, you know how you're not a map doctor or a song doctor?
Yeah, I could be some
could have
kind of
been
doctor,
A doctor.
or at least a buff. I like to be a buff.
A film buff.
Before we get into this, I have to bring up something important. It's about the Matrix. I need your opinion on this.
Okay.
We're going to get back to this, but I need your opinion on something. I was thinking, Morpheus, the Nebuchadnezzar, right? The crew
Yeah.
that Neo
Yeah.
meets. I'm trying to imagine what that ship was like before they pick up Neo. The hierarchy, the environment. And I keep running into weirdness. So aside from the two dudes who were born out of the Matrix, they have no...
Tank and Dozer?
Yeah, Tank and Dozer, the one guy who couldn't be in the movies anymore because he was a real freak, and the guy who got killed. Them aside, everyone else, you have to imagine Morpheus woke up one by one, yes?
Yeah.
And we kind of get the implication that Trinity has been with him the longest, right?
I mean, they don't come out and say that, but if she's not there the longest, but she's certainly like the most devoted to him.
Now, they wake people up kind of like on everybody they wake up is a good win for humanity, right? But Morpheus is on a quest to find the one. So my question is, did he think that every one of those people he woke up could have been the one? And if Trinity was like the first one, and then she got her prophecy from the Oracle that she would fall in love with the one, was it like, hey, Trin, come check this dude out in the Matrix for a while, or this chick, and like see if you could possibly catch feels? And then like we'll wake him up and see. And then there would have to be the inevitable conversation of like, Trin's just not that into you, so you can't
want to
be the
know?
one.
You want to know if they were using Trinity to be like a
one barometer,
metal detector,
yeah, like using
like a love barometer.
Yeah, love barometer. That's a good song. And
I'm gonna
and
write
then,
that song now.
and,
Love barometer.
And then
but-
if you accept that, then Joey Pants' reaction to everything going on is a lot more understandable. Like it's a lousy fucking deal.
I'm gonna be honest, Dave. I don't think that's what they did. I think they seek out hackers because hackers they're all computer hackers.
Yeah.
And all those people got wind of what was going on and went searching for Morpheus, and Morpheus would reach out to those people that like would dip a toe in his world.
Yeah.
Like remember Mouse?
Yeah, I
think they
remember
woke
Mouse.
up Mouse to try to see if Trinity was gonna get the hots for him, and they'd be
Maybe.
like, "Well, I guess he's the one."
Maybe he's smart enough to code in the Lady in Red.
What were their names? There was Cypher,
Cypher was Joey Pants, right?
Trinity, Mouse,
And then
APOC.
was that the blonde one or the guy with the ponytail?
No, that was the guy with the ponytail.
I don't remember the blonde lady's name.
Switch.
Switch or Twitch? Twitch.
Switch.
Switch. Not like this. Not like this.
Not like this. I
All
always
right,
hated
man. It was a theory. I was trying to figure out how this shit worked. They're on a little ship. It's cramped. Tempers flare.
I think he's just looking for because like other ships did the same thing.
Did they?
They would wake. Yeah, I mean, like remember that Jada Pinkett in the sequel
Yeah.
was a captain of a ship, and
Yeah.
she had her own crew of hacker warriors. There's that one
but
guy named Ghost.
I got the feeling that most people were born outside of the Matrix in the colony.
No, because they also, the ones on the ships all had the jack in their head, and that's how they were able to jack in and enter the Matrix.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
I see where you're going.
I
don't
saw
think,
a
I
meme
don't-
and it got me thinking, okay? I'm
I
sorry.
don't think that was it.
Sorry. All right, fine.
It's okay, man.
It is okay.
It's okay.
It is okay. It is okay. I still think that's how that went. I still
Hey,
think
man,
that's how it went
It's
down.
your head cannon, man.
I think Mouse, he looked like Harrison Ford in The Matrix, and then they woke his ass up and they're like, what the fuck?
The digital pimp, hard at
Yeah,
work.
I mean, look, they're all dressed in leather and, cleaned up. Their beards are all lined up when they go in The Matrix. You can imagine some of them didn't look like the way they really look. Fuck it.
Yeah. I could see that.
The Bodyguard, 1992. That was a soundtrack. The Matrix had good music in it at the end.
It did, man. That Rage Against the
Yeah.
Machine song
Baller.
was great.
So to be completely transparent, I mean, there's a lot of movies with great soundtracks. So we're using the Rolling Stone 101 best soundtracks to get our bearings here.
Yeah, and we're not covering 101 soundtracks.
No, we're
here,
just
but
cruising through.
The ones that stuck out to us that we have fond memories of.
We're going to mention The Bodyguard because that fucking song, man. I mean, it would not go away. God. I can just...
You know who wrote that song?
Was it Joe Cocker?
No,
No, I don't know why I thought it was Joe Cocker.
I don't either. It was Dolly Parton.
She sang the original version, didn't she?
Yeah, she wrote it about her
Okay.
producer.
Okay. I knew it was a cover. It's I Will Always Love You is what we're talking about. That's what it's called, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that Whitney Houston for a hot minute in the 90s was like the center of the universe.
Yeah, man.
She was everywhere.
Stunningly popular. This movie was at the pinnacle of that, and she was not an actress, and she starred in this movie playing a singer, so it wasn't that much of a stretch, opposite Kevin Costner, who was also on fire at the time. And she did every song in the soundtrack. So it was like she released an album with the movie, and an album drop from her at the time was a big deal. And this song was everywhere for years. Like through the entirety of the 90s. The only other song I can think of with this kind of fucking crazy shit was the Celine Dion one from Titanic.
Oh yeah, what was that? My Heart Will Go On.
Yeah, the two of those songs, Jesus. Ugh. They got so omnipresent that they would try to force us to sing them in church. Versions of them as kids. Ridiculous shit. All right, let's scroll down. That they had that at 101. That's pretty fucking brutal
That's nuts.
for how popular that one was.
I gotta shout one out
Yo.
real quick. Did you ever see Velvet Goldmine?
Yeah, it's been a bit, but yeah, I've seen it.
That had a cool soundtrack. 'Cause
Okay.
It was the story of like this very particular time in British rock and roll when you had like or not British rock and roll, but you had David Bowie.
Right.
You had this was originally supposed to be a movie about David Bowie, but
And
like,
Mick Jagger, right?
Yeah, and they didn't have and Iggy Pop.
Oh, Iggy Pop. Yeah, right.
And they wound up not being able to use their likenesses. So what they
So they made
did
it
was
fiction,
just
right?
make up a fictional story, but they used all the songs.
Mm-hmm.
They used fucking like T-Rex and, David Bowie, Iggy and the Stooges, just all this like 70s glam rock, and it was fucking awesome.
Oh, that's 100%. I'm going to have to check that one out on Spotify. I don't think I really feel like watching that movie again, but I'm going to check that out on Spotify. I don't know. It's been a long time.
Soundtrack's great.
I should check
I
it
say,
out.
I say glam rock, but like Iggy and the Stooges was not glam. It was just like
No.
Detroit scuzzy garage rock. It was awesome.
It was in that glam era, though, the first glam era, and they were weird. They were different. They were in that crossover of punk and rock and, yeah, that Detroit thing. That Steve Venna shit. That's right. I said your name, motherfucker. You should be listening to us. West Philly, motherfucker. The next one is I give it a little shout out just because I really love the movie Less Than Zero from '87.
See, I've never seen this movie. I'm aware of the book. Yeah.
It's a definite time capsule type movie. I've read the book. I know a lot of people who've read the book hate the movie. I don't give a shit. I think the movie's fine on its own. It's got like a bunch of folks from the Brat Pack in it, you know, and the book is extremely 80s about yuppie kids and drugs and not knowing what to do with their lives. And Robert Downey Jr. is in full junkie. I don't know, what do you even call it, man? Like, he's playing himself. He's just ODing through the whole movie. It's fantastic. But it's got a great soundtrack and great, like, of the time soundtrack, including, like, some early hip-hop shit that wasn't making it into movies at the time. Because there's a lot of party scenes and stuff like that. So and there's some classic songs, too, like some older rock songs.
Yeah.
It's good. It's just a good assemblage. A lot of good driving scenes. There's a lot of convertible driving on LA's highways with music, with Robert Downey Jr. throwing up all over himself in the back seat, head lolling. That's Iron Man, kids. Yeah. Once upon a time, he was a scumball. It was great.
A scumball.
Oh, Christ. Remember Romeo and Juliet, the DiCaprio one?
Yeah. Dude, I hated that movie.
Yeah.
I hated it. But
Loveful.
it had a kick-ass soundtrack.
When I do see that, I think of that song from the Cardigans, Loveful, because it was in the trailer. And I saw the trailer as a commercial on TV way more than I ever saw the fucking movie. But yeah, it had some great songs on it. I know a lot of people had this soundtrack. Like, I remember seeing this CD in a lot of people's houses.
Yeah, had some Radiohead on it. I loved Radiohead. That song, Talk Show Host, was great.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yep.
Elastica was on there.
Oh, my
they were
God.
cool. They had that song, The Connection. You remember that song?
Yeah, I do.
And then,
Butthole Surfers, man. Butthole Surfers. And Everclear. Holy shit, Everclear.
And we got a great joke out of it. You remember in Hot Fuzz, which is phenomenal. One of my favorite comedies ever. And they go to that Shakespeare play.
Yeah, which is an adaptation of this movie, not
of the movie.
Yeah, not.
You hear that dumb piano version at the end.
Love me. Say
that you love me. Phenomenal.
That movie is tremendous. That is a tremendous film. And they're murdered for how horrible that play is.
Yep. They get their heads chopped off.
Hey, you ever see that one movie, Kids?
Oh, man, Kids.
Yeah, man.
Dude, the whole soundtrack was done. You remember the name of the band that did the soundtrack to Kids?
No. Not off the top of my head.
They're called the Folk Implosion.
Okay, they had that song, right? That
Natural One.
I'm the one, natural one, take it easy.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah. Do you remember a little band called Dinosaur Jr.?
No.
Dinosaur Jr.? Oh, they were great. Dinosaur Jr. was this like seminal like alt rock band from the late 80s, early 90s, and their bass player was a guy named Lou Barlow. And he started this band called the Folk Implosion, which was a spoof on another band name. Do you remember the John Spencer Blues Explosion?
No. Jesus Christ, man. These names are so aggressive.
There was the John Spencer Blues Explosion. So as a joke, they said, we'll call ourselves the Folk Implosion. But they... I know, right?
Kathleen Turner Overdrive.
Yes, it's a big Sonic fucking death monkey. So they did the soundtrack to kids, and it was awesome. And it wound up Natural One charted in a way
That song
that
was huge, and it was
any
in a
of this
bunch of other
guy's-
movies too.
yeah, it charted in a way that everything he'd done previous it eclipsed everything he had done thus far. And Dinosaur Jr. was awesome. They were huge. And just
Did they play
Natural
Wolf Jazz?
One.
Did
No,
they
but
play
they
any Wolf
should've.
Jazz? Fuck, man, bullshit.
I think if they played Wolf Jazz, they would have been even bigger.
I saw Kids again not too long ago.
It's a fucked up movie.
Yeah, but honestly, watching it today after all the fucked up shit I've seen on screen, it's really not that fucked up. Like, mostly they talk about fucked up shit. You don't see much fucked up shit. They're talking about it, it's good. It's still, as interesting as it always was, but I don't think it's that shocking. All right, next one up.
It's not that it's shocking. It's just hard to watch.
Yeah, no, it's not, like, fun. I think it's easier to
no, it's
watch
not.
than Ass to Ass.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
All right. Number 89,
next?
A Star is Born, 2018. Now,
I've never seen this movie.
oh, okay. Well, good. I'm bringing this up because this movie has been made. I think this is the 4th version of this movie.
4th.
There was one in the early days of talkies. Then there was the one with Natalie Wood. Then there was the one with Barbara Streisand in the 70s with Chris Christopherson. And then there's this one. So it's at least the 4th.
Smells like a vampire wiped his ass with it.
Bro, look, me and my wife watched this new one when it came out on
Is it good?
at home. It's actually pretty fucking good. I don't know, think whatever you want about Lady Gaga. She wrote some really good, catchy songs for this. And we talked about this before. It's really hard to write a song that's going to get played in a movie like 7 times and not have the audience get sick of it. And they managed to pull it off in this.
Well, yeah, it helps to get a songwriter. Like, I'm not a Lady Gaga fan, but like, she's huge because she writes catchy songs.
She knows
Like,
what she's doing. She's got a ton
thing.
of talent. She's an impressive musician. She's a great singer. I mean, Christ,
She's very
did you ever
talented.
hear any of that stuff she did with Tony Bennett? Like, that stuff's
Yeah,
incredible,
I heard a
man.
little bit.
That was fantastic stuff. Anyway, she proved to be a much better actor than Whitney Houston. She's very good in this. But Bradley Cooper, I don't know what's more impressive, that she's a singer that does a really good job acting, or that Bradley Cooper plays such a convincing musician. He definitely learned how to play guitar for the movie, if you didn't already know. And he sings all the songs. So
Oh, yeah?
it looks real because it is real. And it's just, you can't fake that, Like, you can try and you can get really close, but I don't think you can really fake it. Like Joaquin Phoenix, we'll get to that, but I think that's why that movie was so good, Walk the Line, because he sang all those songs. Like, that's him on the soundtrack. Like, he sang it all. So did Reese Witherspoon. But Star and Born 2018 is pretty fucking good, and it's pretty sad. And there's a scene that you know when you get embarrassed for a character in a movie, like, so much that it makes you squirm. Like,
Yeah.
like a good example is like some Ben Stiller movies, like the early ones, like Something About Mary and the first Fockers movie. Or what was it? Meet the Parents. When like so much shit goes wrong that you're like, Jesus God, just let it end for this poor son of a bitch.
You can't watch anymore.
Yeah. It's almost like a horror movie. Like, yeah. But there's a scene in this where he's so drunk that he pisses himself on stage at the Grammys in a cream colored suit.
That's a problem.
And like, it's just so and the ending is so sad. Like, it's worth watching. And this is in stark contrast to the Barbra Streisand one. Because, hey, we watched this, we're like, they made this movie 4 fucking times. It must be pretty good. They keep making it. So we watched that one when we saw it was streaming, and Jesus Christ, man, that movie's fucking terrible. Like, I can't.
Wait, what? Which one's terrible?
The Streisand one.
Oh, the Streisand one.
Like, I don't know shit about no Barbara Streisand. Like, the only movie I ever liked her in was Meet the Fockers, that I ever watched more than once, right?
I accidentally watched a few minutes of Yentl one time.
I've heard of it.
Did not like it.
I've never seen it. Well, I mean, she sings a bunch in this, but all her songs sound the fucking same to me. I don't like them. And I know Chris Christopherson did some good music in his day. None of it is in this movie. Like, I don't know why this movie was so well remembered. And also, Christopherson's character in it, the male character is always an established musician who discovers the young ingenue and they fall in love, and he's also her break into the music business. She soon overshadows him, and he meets a bad end. Like, that's how this story goes, right?
That's the shtick.
It's the shtick. Well, I'm going to ruin it for you because I don't know if you're going to see this or not, but the Gaga one, he is a depressed alcoholic through the whole movie, like, to a dangerous degree. He ends up committing suicide.
Oh, man.
Okay? In the Streisand one, he's just a alcoholic asshole through the whole movie, and he ends up dying when he drunkenly wraps his car around a pole. And that's just that's the entire tone difference between the movies. Like, it's just, and the music, the song that they play 20 times in that movie that Christopherson sings is one of the most, I can't even describe how bad it is to me, to my ears. It just and I love music from like that era. And I fucking hate it. It just sounds like a cat fucking a doorknob. So don't watch that one, okay?
Fucking a doorknob.
Don't watch that one.
Oh, boy.
All right.
All right, I won't.
You got one? I got one. I think it's going to be the same one.
Is it Batman?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Batman, 1989. One of the few examples of a movie with a tremendous score, Danny Elfman, and a good soundtrack. But it's also one of the weird examples of a movie that had a soundtrack by one artist exclusively that wrote songs for the movie. Prince.
It was just for the movie.
Yeah, just like Queen with Highlander. They got Prince to do that for Batman. And
yes.
I don't think Prince when I think Batman, but it kind of fit with the Joker.
He went for it.
Man, it was fucking, yeah.
He really went for it, and it jived a lot more with like all the Joker stuff. Like he wrote a couple of things where he mentions Batman, but all Prince's songs are featured heavily in the Joker scenes, and it just,
especially the museum scene and the parade.
I love that song.
Yeah, and the parade coming down the street, and like we were so little when we saw that. I didn't know who the fuck Prince was, but those songs were like embedded in your brain. And then later when you heard Prince, and then later when you heard Prince, you're like, this is familiar. Oh. And then when you go back and watch it when you're older.
That song, Kiss.
Yeah. Kiss.
My favorite intro to any song ever. Oh.
Prince was something, man. But no, that's a great one. That's a great one.
I was reading something about Eric Clapton. Mm-hmm. Somebody was interviewing Eric Clapton, and they said, "Mr. Clapton, how does it feel to be the greatest guitar player in the world?" And he says, "Honestly, I don't know. You'd have to ask Prince."
Ooh, fucking A. Yeah, that dude was, he had some weird-looking guitars, but he could fucking play. Apparently, he could ball, too, if you want to believe Dave Chappelle.
Yep.
Or Charlie Murphy. One or the other.
Game.
Bitches. Shirts versus blouses.
Y'all want to eat some pancakes?
Fucking A, dude. All right, here we go. Number 82. There it is. Top Gun, 1986.
Yeah. What else needs to be said that we didn't already say? Danger Zone.
I mean, we didn't talk about the lover boy power ballad "Heaven in Your Eyes."
Yeah. I mean, well, and then I don't know if they ever play the actual whole version, but like that scene when they're all singing oh, what's that tune?
Great Balls of Fire?
No, not Great Balls of Fire. You Lost That Love and
Oh,
Feeling.
the bar thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Righteous Brothers, baby. That is the worst rendition of that song in a film, probably, ever.
Well, yeah, it's just like 30 drunk dicks belting it out at the top of their lungs.
I know we've done this before, and I hate to say positive things about Tom Cruise, but because apparently people don't like that. But it's kind of impressive when you find out how good he can actually sing, that he sang that badly in that movie. Like, it's tough to sing that bad, you know? He sang like I do. It was terrible.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
No. What's next?
Good one.
Dead Presidents is next on the list, and I don't know if you've ever seen that.
I don't know enough about it.
It's pretty cool because there's a lot of like R&B and soul music from the 70s, because that's when it takes place. I don't know. If you've never seen it, it's kind of a weird time capsule sort of movie. It's a period piece from 95, and it's about crime in Vietnam, and it's neat.
I'll have to check it out. I do like that era of music, like James Brown and Payback.
Yeah, check out the list. Like Aretha Franklin, Curtis Mayfield, Al Green, Barry White. Like, how the fuck can that be bad, right?
Sly and the Family Stone.
Fuck yeah, dude. Shit. James
I might
Brown.
go and just find this soundtrack.
Yeah. Honestly, you might. The movie's interesting.
Look at me.
You know who's in it? You know
what you see?
what the fuck's his name? The guy who plays Christopher in The Sopranos. I should know his name right. I don't know.
Christopher Moltisanti?
Yeah.
Shoot. I don't know his name. Something Italian.
I just watched him in fucking White Lotus.
I know who you're talking about. He's Christopher Moltisanti.
It's Christopher Moltisanti. He's in the beginning of this when he's really young. It's Michael Imperioli. He's in this when he's.
They should have just kept his name Michael Imperioli.
Right?
That's the most Italian thing I've ever heard.
We went to high school with a guy named Imperato. He had a last name Imperato. You know what that means? The king.
A king?
The king.
Imperato?
The king, yeah, like emperor. It's the same root.
Oh, you don't say.
I do say, sir. Well, anyway,
okay.
Imperioli is in the Vietnam scenes in the beginning. It's about all these guys that were in the war, and then they come home and start robbing shit as like a tactic, with the shit that they learned.
That sounds kind of neat. I'll watch that.
It's kind of neat. He's a unfortunate soldier who gets attacked by the Viet Cong, and like they find him with his like dick cut off and stuffed in his mouth.
Oh God.
Yeah. It was 95, so they were starting to push it with the violence, and this is a very violent movie. It's a very violent movie. It's worth checking out. All right, what's next?
Oh, I'm skipping ahead a little bit, but I was a fan of number 77, Good Will Hunting.
Really?
Yeah, Elliott Smith. I was an Elliott Smith fan.
Okay, all right. My wife's a big Elliott Smith fan.
It's Miss Misery was like he got nominated for an Oscar for that song.
He's the one who stabbed himself in the heart, right?
Yeah, with like scissors
metal.
or something.
Fucking metal, dude. Jesus Christ.
You know what song? That song's great. Elliott Smith is great. You know what song beat him for the Oscar that year?
No.
Celine Dion. My Heart Will Go On.
And yet,
fucking Titanic.
Reason 9,425 to hate the fucking Oscars. Fuck the Oscars, everybody. Yeah. Fuck them. All right. Backtracking a tiny little bit. I have to mention Beverly Hills Cop from 1984.
Oh yeah.
It's got an interesting sound, weird, interesting soundtrack, like with the Pet Shop Boys and all that shit. And then there's the score. Again, with this, it's more of a song than a score. And it got turned into a techno song.
That iconic theme.
Have you ever heard the techno song version of it?
I think so. Yeah.
of Axel F. Dude, it was so weird. I went to Spain.
You mean like the Crazy Frog?
Crazy Frog?
Oh, never mind.
I don't know about no Crazy Frog, motherfucker. What was Crazy
That song was used to make a YouTube video called Crazy Frog, which has, I think last count, it's got like something like 5 billion views.
Oh my God.
My kids love it. It's just that song. It's just got like ding 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 ding, and there's this little frog that is making that. Yeah, it's intolerable. My kids love it.
Well, I went to Spain for a little while in 2005, and for some ungodly reason, they played that at least every half hour in every place we went to, like every bar, every club, and people fucking loved it. They danced to it like it was like the hottest fucking thing. Like it was very confusing musically when I was there. There was a lot of Shakira going on too. A lot of Shakira.
I mean, that's understandable.
The other thing, that Patti LaBelle song from this movie was super, always on the radio, that Stir It Up. You didn't pay attention to it much, but if you heard it, you'd be like, yeah, that sounds like my aunt's car in the 80s.
My aunt's car.
Yeah, she was driving me somewhere. You know the guy who played his boss in that ended up being like a real criminal, like an extremely corrupt cop who was involved with organized crime. Yeah, look it up. It's an interesting story.
That's crazy.
All right. Crush Groove. Fuck that movie.
Nothing of this movie.
Dirty Dancing. Eat My Balls.
Number 73.
Number 73, The Crow, 1994. Is one of the best fucking soundtracks of all time for rock music.
It's number 74 on the list.
That's sinful.
It's number 1 in my heart.
Number 1 in our hearts.
Yeah. I loved this soundtrack. This is like my most played soundtrack ever. I loved it.
Is there a song on this soundtrack you don't like?
I mean, there's not one that I don't like, but there's ones that like I don't like as much as the other ones. You know, they're not like skips, but like some of the songs are just epic. You know, like the Pantera one, The Badge. Like I like that song fine.
It's okay.
But
yeah. The Rollins Band song, I'm not too crazy for.
Yeah.
But it is kind of funny.
It's still good.
But yeah, like the Cure song Burn, that opens the album. That's so fucking good.
The Dead Souls cover is amazing.
The Nine Inch Nails song is great.
I had a lot of fun covering that for our Crow episode. That was a fun one.
Yeah. Nine Inch Nails, man. That's fucking. Do you think that was just for the soundtrack, right? They didn't cover that on an album.
I think it was just for the soundtrack. Yeah.
Wow. So we wouldn't have had that song without this. That's fucking cool. And then there were a few lesser known bands, like more industrial creep shit, like Machines of Loving Grace. And I was living my life with the Thrill Kill Cult. What a great fucking band name, dude.
I am the way to go.
I am the way of the future. Sing. They were the ones on the stage, right? In the movie?
Yes. There's a couple of bands on the stage. They had a scene, and Medicine had a scene.
Yeah, that's right. That's the female lead singer, right? Yeah. That's a good song. I like that song.
Time Baby 2?
Yeah. Machine and Thrill Kill Cult was After the Flesh. That was the name of that. There's another band that had a great name. There's an old goth band called Terror Couple Kill Colonel. And it was a headline that they saw in the newspaper. And they liked it so much they made it their
Terror Couple Kill Colonel.
Yeah, Terror Couple Kill Colonel. That was a good one.
Awesome.
That was a good one. That's a great fucking. I had that CD, and wore it the fuck out. I can see the white cover, and I think I got the Crow 2 soundtrack. The City of Angels.
I had that too.
Was not as good. Not nearly as good.
Yo, it did have a couple of really good songs on it.
Yeah, a couple. Yeah, but most of it was bad, like most soundtracks.
Like the Deftones song was pretty good. There was a Toady song that was pretty good. there was a Filter song that was Filter had a song called Jurassitol.
That's right. That's right.
I love that song.
That wasn't bad. Yeah, that wasn't bad. You know what else I had? I had the Crow Salvation soundtrack.
Oh God, why?
I don't know, man. I was a glutton for torture. That was when we thought that like the next one might be good. You know,
Those are bad movies.
you want to hear some of those band names? Phew.
Yes.
Filter,
No, but yes.
Filter, not bad.
Filter. Okay.
Juliette
What song?
Lewis. It's something called The Best Things. It was the radio edit, though. I remember. Juliette Lewis sang a song that was on this. I think she did it for the movie. It was Hole Monster Magnet.
Hole was on the one before. They did.
Yeah.
They did a pretty good cover of Gold Dust Woman. Monster Magnet.
Monster Magnet. Big God. Not one of their better songs. Pitch Shifter. Right. They had a track from the Crystal Method.
I remember the Crystal Method.
Living Dead Girl from Zombie is on here. Tragically, there's a Kid Rock song on here. Warm Winter. And then Days of the fucking New, baby.
Which song?
Independent Slaves? I don't know that one either.
That one.
And here's another one. Ready? Stabbing Westward.
Oh man, Stabbing Westward, the most depressing band ever.
This soundtrack is how I got into Stabbing Westward, which I loved and would never let anyone know I played because I just didn't think anyone would get it, or they might.
Stabbing Westward had like 3 pretty good albums.
Yeah, they did, and they were all made you suicidal. But yeah, Danzig's on here too. Just him. Yeah, and Static X and the Static X song rounds it out. That was something, man. It was something.
Brutal.
Brutal. All right, moving on. Hustle and Flow had a great soundtrack, by the way, of original music. Though I think that kind of fits into the fictional band category almost.
Yeah. Not to say that it's bad, but like it kind of was all written for the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. It was of the times. Of the times. Oh, here's one, baby. Empire Records, 1995.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Shit. That song, A Girl Like You, oh my God, that gets in my head every time I see that movie. I can't.
The one there's a asterisk there. I like that was the Gin Blossoms, right?
No, they did that. A Girl Like You is that Edwin Collins one.
Oh, I'm thinking of Till I Hear It From You.
Yeah, that's what you're thinking of.
Never met a
Girl like you before. Yeah. Just earwig, baby.
It's got the Gin Blossoms.
Mm-hmm.
The Gin Blossoms had this whole run of just like awesome songs. Most of them were from their first album. Did you ever hear this story about the guy that they kicked out of the band?
I don't think so. I don't know
This
a lot
guy-
of Gin Blossoms lore.
Well, this guy wrote all their best songs. Most of them were on the first album.
Mm-hmm.
They kick him out of the
That's
band.
the album where they kind of rocked, right? Their first album,
like Hey
yeah.
Jealousy and Hey Jealousy, Allison Road, all these great songs. And this guy gets kicked out of the band. Then they blow up. They make a ton of money. They get signed. They go on tour. But like he had already been kicked out of the band, and they owned all the rights to the stuff, to the music. So he doesn't see a dime. He eventually gets like very depressed and commits suicide. Dies by suicide. And like they never recapture their former glory because their primary songwriter is not in the band anymore. I think they had like one more hit after that. But yeah, you hear the Gin Blossoms, and as much as I love those songs, I just think about, oh yeah, that poor man.
I did not know
crazy.
any of that shit. That's wild. Well, a movie about a record store better have a good soundtrack. And
Yeah, man.
about teen angst, it had to have some classics, and it had to have some. There's a lot of alternative. The Cranberries, Better Than Ezra, Toad the Wet Sprocket.
Toad the Wet Sprocket.
Yeah,
Which
dude.
Toad the Wet Sprocket song
I'm
was
not
it?
sure. I don't have the track list in front of me. I just remember they
I wonder
were
if it
in
was Fall Down.
Fall Down, maybe.
Yeah, remember that song?
Mm-hmm.
When will we fall down?
Oh, God. I guess we should mention this one, but fuck it. I don't know. Garden State.
What?
Garden State. I guess it's good just because the fucking Shins. Yeah, it made the Shins popular, so I guess it's worth it. That just makes me think of college and that era. I don't know. Whatever.
It had Nick Drake on there, right?
I think
love
so.
Nick Drake.
All right.
Know how I know you're gay?
You listen to fucking Coldplay.
You listen to Coldplay.
Coldplay. All right. I'm not talking about the Royal Tenenbaums because it makes me angry and want to vomit. Flashdance, eat my ace. What else we got? Oh, Clueless.
Clueless had a great soundtrack.
A lot of ska going on, man. Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, I remember, right? They were in the movie.
Radiohead.
Which one?
My Iron Lung was on that.
Oh,
record.
okay. All right.
I love that song.
All right. Yeah, that was a cool one.
That was from My Iron Lung was on the album The Bends, which I think has an argument for being the greatest sophomore album ever made. When you look at how much of an improvement over the first one it is, The Bends is the greatest second effort ever.
Right.
It was from their first.
All right. All right.
I might be wrong, but I'd love to hear why.
Okay. I'll take your word for it, man. Sophomore albums are tough. There's a lot of rough ones out there. A lot of rough ones. I don't think I'd ever seen the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones before this movie. They made me know who they were. That's cool. That was a good scene.
They had Cracker.
Cracker. Holy Christ, man. Whew.
Cracker. I don't know if it was this song on the album, but they had that song Low, which I got obsessed with.
Now that's different than Uncle Cracker, kids. It's a whole different band. Right?
Yes. Yes, it sure is.
2002, 8 Mile.
Yeah, you got to mention 8 Mile.
Because it won an Oscar and shit. Everyone loved that song, Mom Spaghetti. What are you going to do? I don't know. I have a kind of a soft spot for this movie. I kind of, it's goofy, but I kind of like it. And I like the fact, when it came out, when I saw it the first time, I remember thinking, like, all right, it's going to be another movie where, like, a rapper tries to make himself look fucking awesome and super badass. And Eminem, despite having, like, pretty significant creative control over this, he looks like a loser through most of it, you know? And there was an honesty to it that whether or not it's honest, I have no idea, but it felt honest. More honest than something like this, I would imagine, normal. Because, I mean, what other examples do we have? Like LL Cool J, rapper turned actor, 50 Cent. Like, who have there been any good? Like Ice Cube, you could argue maybe. Ice-T's good on TV, I guess. I don't know.
Ice Cube has made the leap. Hey, yo, they found sperm in the victim's ear canal.
He was on the down low. Fucking, what is that, SVU?
You're going to go to prison for the rest of your life.
Fuck me. All right. Shh, boy. I don't know how that happens, man. I don't know how all these people who were like badass and your parents were afraid of you buying their music when you were kids. Like, fucking Ice-T do you remember his new metal band?
Yeah.
Called Body Count?
Yeah, Cop Killer.
Cop Killer. He got in a lot of trouble, man. A lot of trouble for that shit, and it was terrible. That's the worst part. It was so bad. It was so... John had that movie, that CD. Remember John, our metal friend?
Of course he did.
Yes, he did. Body Count. Body Count.
Body
Count. That's just... They did that for 10 minutes at the beginning of the first track. All right, here's a truly great one. This might be on my number one on my top 10 list of all time.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. High Fidelity, 2000.
Yeah, High Fidelity was really good.
It was a little bit of a joke, but it really would be in my top 10 list.
Okay, top 5 movie soundtracks. Go.
Go. If we could do that, we wouldn't be talking so long about it.
Number 1, With a Bullet. Yeah, a whole movie about top 5 lists.
It's just there's so many bands. There's so much music they talk about so much music and they play so much music. There's always something playing in the background on the record store. There's just so much fucking music and a little bit of original music. Jack Black's original music.
Barry Jive and the Uptown 5.
I mean, Velvet Underground, the Stiff Little Finger. Like, what other movie has the Stiff Little Fingers in it?
Yeah, it's funny. Like, I like the music. The one bit of like ham-handedness in that movie when they're like, "Oh, Green Day was
that's so stupid.
Influenced by this other band," and then they put it on. They're like, "Hey, is this a new Green Day album?"
So stupid. Like sure they were influenced by them, but they sound nothing like them. Like fucking nothing like them at all. Plus, every Stiff Little Fingers album sounds like it's been run through a cat's asshole. It's so scratchy, which is a good thing for it. But
right. And don't get me wrong, I like the Beta Band. But when he goes like, I will now sell 5 copies of 3 EPs by the Beta Band.
Yeah.
And then one guy, they play it, and the guy's like banging his head. He's like, what's this? It's good. He's like, I know.
It's good.
It's good. It's like you're supposed to like it. Instead of just letting you like it, they put it out there, yet you're supposed to like it. And that just...
Okay. There's also a song from a band called...
doesn't take away. It's awesome.
From a band called the 13th Floor Elevator.
Oh, yeah.
You ever listen to them?
I like those guys.
They're pretty fucking excellent. Pretty excellent.
I tried to buy a record of theirs at Princeton Record Exchange one time, and I almost got to the register before I realized it was not a $7.99 record. It was $79.99.
Holy shit.
I was like, I got to put this down before I break it.
That's far too much. I remember hearing that that little sequence where he talks to Bruce Springsteen in his head?
Yes.
I remember hearing that originally wasn't supposed to be Springsteen, but I can't for the life of me remember who it was supposed to be.
Oh, I heard about this.
Do you remember?
It was supposed to be somebody else. I can't remember who it was supposed to be.
I was just always a little pissed that the boss was backup. That's horse shit. But Jack Black's version of Let's Get It On was worth it.
Who the hell was it supposed to be?
I don't know, man.
I used to know. So did you.
Yeah, but it's been lost to the time fog. Oh.
High Fidelity.
Oh, people have searched for this before. Oh, Bob. It was Mr. Bob Dylan himself.
Bob Dylan? Okay.
I think Bruce was better.
I think Bruce makes more sense.
Yeah, I think so, right? Especially since you don't hear any of Bruce's songs that I recall.
Right. Do you have soul? That all depends.
There's so many
it's in the back next to blues.
There's so many good throwaway lines in that movie. Jesus Christ. And all the Jack Black stuff that we've just worked our way into our lexicon over the years. Jesus, man.
Yep.
I'll fucking suck your nose.
I swear this is vintage. If you rip it, I'll fucking suck your nose.
Is it better to burn out than fade away? Reservoir Dogs, baby. 92. Tarantino's first. He's one of those directors, right? Like Scorsese.
Oh yeah.
He uses music in almost all of his movies, and he's really good at it.
He uses it in the same way that Scorsese does it, in a couple of ways. Like, number one, it helps you figure out where you are in time. You know,
usually
sometimes he's doing it to set the year or help it just help with the setting. And then there are a lot of instances where you're hearing it in the frame because the characters are hearing it. It's not just like a voiceover that only the viewer can hear. Like it's happening
Right.
in the scene.
It's
and
in
who
yeah.
could forget Michael Madsen just dancing around to Steeler's Wheel right before he chops that guy's ear off?
I can't hear that song without thinking of that scene and without hearing who's the comedian who played the DJ? He was K. Billy was the name in the movie. Stephen Wright. It was Stephen Wright.
Oh, that's right.
He's got that wonderful monotone, hilarious voice, and I always think of his Steelers wheels.
Steelers Wheel.
Keep on trucking. No, man, and I bet you a lot of his movies are on this fucking list because he sets a tone, he sets a mood, but he's also really good at playing different songs to just help personify different characters.
Yeah.
And Jackie Brown's a really good example of that because you've got like
Jackie Brown was great.
yeah, you've got Bridget Fonda's like surfer girl music. She listens to all this like 60s hippie shit, and Jackie Brown.
Up on 110th Street.
Yeah, Jackie Brown's listening to all this fucking 70s R&B classic shit, and like that's from one of her own songs is in that she recorded for one of those blaxploitation movies she did back in the day. The one where when she's walking into prison, when she gets arrested.
Yeah.
That song that's playing, that's Pam Grier singing.
That's awesome.
And oh, dude, I love that movie. I think it's so underrated. I absolutely
Jackie
adore
Brown's
that
good.
movie. I love everyone in it. Like every performance is gold. Even Batman, Michael Keaton.
Yeah, Michael Keaton's pretty good.
That character showed up in that's based on an Elmore Leonard book. Did you know that?
A who book?
Elmore Leonard. He was not a pulp novelist, but he was a pop novelist, I guess you could call him. He wrote a lot of crime novels, wrote a lot of westerns. You know that show Justified with Timothy Oliphant? That was based on one of his characters in a couple of his books. A lot of movies have been based on his books. You'd be surprised. Get Shorty with John Travolta? Yeah. That was one of his books.
Interesting.
Yeah, like if you look him up in Wikipedia, it's an impressive list of movies that have been made from his books. And Jackie Brown's probably the most famous, I guess. But he did one called Out of Sight that had I forget who the fuck was in it. I think Danny Ocean was in it. Well, as I get older, I can't remember actors' real names, but I can remember characters they played. It's great.
Danny Ocean?
George Clooney.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? You said Danny Ocean, and I heard Bobby Ocean.
Bobby Ocean. Hobby Lobby. Bobby Lobby.
Bobby, that rhymes with
hobby. Hobby.
Couple 8 balls, huh?
Couple 8 balls ought to do you 6. Salton Sea, everybody.
Salton Sea, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't think that movie had a great soundtrack. Oh, yeah, here we go. Jackie Brown, number 51.
Jackie Brown, there it is.
There it is. Fantastic. What else did we forget? Fucking everything. Shuggy Otis.
What?
Shuggy Otis.
Wait,
if you don't know about Shuggy Otis, you don't know Otis music. You don't know about Wolf Jazz, baby. Everyone talks about the Big Chill having such a great soundtrack. I don't.
There's that line from High Fidelity.
Yeah, there
They're
is.
like top 5 songs about death. You can't always get what you want. Automatic disqualification because of its involvement with the Big Chill.
Oh, damn it, you're right. I guess at the time it was a good assemblage of music. You got to give it a little props. All right.
Yeah.
Next one's your pick. Pick fucker.
Me?
Yeah.
You know what had a good soundtrack that I liked, and it's coming up is from 2011. Drive.
Oh, yeah, with the Gosling, right?
Yeah.
And
that had a cool soundtrack.
Scorpion
really
jacket.
Cool. Yep. and it was like synthy. The music had a real 80s vibe, but it also like felt modern because it was like it was new, and it was it had that real synth wave type of feel to it. And like one guy like Kavinsky, I think his name is, does the song the first song, like the title song when you first meet the Gosling driving around L.A.
Yeah, I can't say I remember liking the music in this movie, but I didn't recognize any of it. But it definitely all fit the same mood, like you said.
Yeah, I had never heard any of that until I saw that movie, and as the whole time I'm watching it, I'm like, this has a great soundtrack, and like I still listen to it occasionally. I mean, it was just great. It gave that movie such a unique vibe. It made it feel at once like modern and retro at the same time, if that's possible.
It's a pretty cool movie. I think that's what the movie kind of did too. Walk that line. It was neat. Dazed and Confused, man.
Oh God.
I mean, it's almost too
Banger.
easy. Almost too easy. And it's another movie that just had music playing the entire time.
And it was one of those ones. It struck a chord. It took you back to a time, but like it brought. Did anyone know who the hell Foghat was before that movie came out?
Oh, I don't know. I guess fans from the old days, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, but like just now, you talk about Slow Ride, Foghat. You're like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
confused.
Yeah. I like this too because it had a smattering of music. Like it was as if this is what a rock station would have been playing back then, as opposed to a curated soundtrack for a movie. You know what I mean? Because I mean there was, and I think they had a lot of trouble getting licensing too, because it wasn't a huge budget, and it was tough to. I remember reading that because they talk a lot about Zeppelin and shit in the movie, and they could not get any. They couldn't get the rights to use any Zeppelin songs, which was because they didn't do that for years and years. So that was a little, but I mean, they had Alice Cooper, which was amazing. I always think of this movie when I hear that song.
School's Out.
Yeah, dude, and it's Kiss, Nugent, good the few good Nugent songs that one of them was in it. Like, Nazareth, baby, Runaways.
What was that their big song? Love Hurts. Was that Nazareth?
I think so. Yeah, they were.
Yeah. Love Hurts.
When I think of Nazareth, I think of people that liked Chicago.
Chicago was great.
But older dudes who were like in their 30s when we were kids who were just like into Chicago listened to Nazareth.
Right.
You know what I mean? What was that other fucking band? Ugh. Whatever. Oh man, another Tarantino. I can't get away from him. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood had a great soundtrack, man.
That was a good soundtrack.
It had a good soundtrack because it was neat that he included versions, because in the 60s bands covered each other really quickly, but a lot of the covers weren't as memorable as the originals, right? But there's a Vanilla Fudge cover in this. I got to look it up because I don't want to get it wrong.
Keep Me Hanging On.
Yes. I had no idea.
An insane, like psychedelic version of that, like an old doo-wop song.
I had no idea that this cover existed at all until I saw this movie.
I'd seen it. It was fucking crazy.
And I remember I found it on Spotify and I put it in one of my playlists. I was like, awesome. And then Spotify lost the rights to it and you can't play it anymore.
Oh, that sucks.
And that song is it's awesome. There's a Neil Diamond song on here that I never heard.
Slow it down.
Yeah. The key, and they really made it a rock song. And like you said, there's this huge psychedelic instrumental break in the middle, as songs were wont to do back then. Because that's the song they play when he smokes the acid cigarette, and it plays throughout the entire scene, and it's fucking tremendous. But yeah, I mean, there was Deep Purple, Bob Seger from when he was young, stuff you weren't. Again, this really felt like what might have been on the radio at the time, as opposed to all the songs you think of from 1969. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because that shit wasn't always all playing all at the same time. in 1 week of that year. You know what I mean?
Right.
And this really felt like, and I think having the real commercials, and again, the music was happening in the movie. So
Yes, they're hearing it in the scene.
most of the time it was on a car radio, most of the time. And you would hear he had old commercials play between the songs. And I don't know, man, it sounds simple, but it really added something to me, for me. I love this movie too. I know a lot of people didn't like it, and I also love that Jim Morrison reference too.
I enjoyed it. Jim Morrison?
Yeah, the guy who was living with Sharon Tate.
Yes. Who was it?
He was a hairstylist. Jay Sebring was his name.
Yes.
And he was a famous Hollywood hairstylist, and he is the one who was the hairstylist for that photo shoot that I think they called the Young Lion photo shoot.
Oh yeah,
Jim Morrison with the love
shoot.
beads, and the famous black and white poster, right? That shoot, and they became friends, and Sebring got a little more famous because of that shoot, and got a lot of. And there's a throwaway line, and they're listening to Paul Revere and the Raiders in the house, and she's like, "What do you think? Jim Morrison's not going to hang out with you anymore if he thinks you listen to Paul Revere and the Raiders." And I don't know, man. It tickled me that Tarantino's.
I like Paul Revere and the Raiders.
I do too. They had a lot of cool songs. They were catchy. They were cool. Now, it's a great movie, great soundtrack. Tarantino is up there with one of the better. I don't know, him and Scorsese, I think. But I don't know, man. Tarantino might be a little bit better. His music is a little more interesting. Scorsese started to repeat himself a lot. Like, how many fucking times can you put the same goddamn Rolling Stones song in a movie?
And I think they use them slightly differently. I think you get a lot more in the scene music with Tarantino, and with Scorsese, like,
you're right, yeah.
Not necessarily hearing it in the scene
Sometimes, but yeah,
he is like the master of the needle drop, where like the song is used to convey a feeling.
Yeah,
in the movie, but not necessarily in the scene.
And Scorsese will do that thing where sometimes a song will be playing in the scene and the volume will be low because it's in the background, and then
it ramps up.
Yeah, for like a slow dolly, a slow zoom into a character. Solid.
You know what's funny? The next one I wanted to mention does exactly that, because this guy's like kind of a student of that use of music. Number 39, Guardians of the Galaxy.
I knew you were going to pick this one. Okay.
Oh, of course. It's great.
I know you love this movie. Yeah. Yeah.
Right from the jump, when he hits the Walkman and Come and Get Your Love, Redbone comes on. And like you say, it starts out in the scene in his headphones, but then like it ramps up and it's now the soundtrack.
But doesn't it also cut to someone watching him dance, not being able to hear the music that's in his headphones?
Well, that's a joke they do.
Is that
Avengers
that's the throw?
Endgame.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking of.
They
Okay.
go back to that scene, and he's just like, "Come get your."
See, I don't love the MCU, but I've seen a lot of it. That first Guardians movie was pretty fun. I was kind of
That was great.
getting away from the MCU when that came out, and it was so popular. I kind of wanted to hate it. It was all right. I've
But
seen
the
it
way
more
they
than
worked
once.
it into the story as a mixtape from his mom,
Well,
it would
you
just
know
they
what?
made it a plot point.
You know
was
what
awesome.
it is, dude? It's one of those things where they did it. I think they did it really well in that movie, and then it became a trope really quick.
Yes.
And I'm really sick of it at this point. And I'm at that point where I'm blaming Guardians of the Galaxy. Once they fucking
you can
finally
blame it.
stop doing this, I probably won't think of it again. But at the moment, it's their fault. God damn it. I know a lot of people talk about Harold and Maude, and I've never seen it. And it's a lot of those 70s songs that I just don't care about. So,
Cat Stevens.
yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think I could name a Cat Stevens song.
T for the Tillerman was my mom had loved that album, and he had this song. It's this So tell me, oh, where do the children play?
Yeah, no,
real
not
good.
familiar with that one. What's his new name? What's the name he changed? Yusuf Islam?
Yusuf Islam,
Okay, I thought so.
as one does.
Oh, dude, number 37.
Where's the money, Lebowski?
I mean, it just goes without saying. Fuck, man, we were neglectful.
Phenomenal.
Talking about directors who know how to use music, the Coen brothers, we fucked up.
Coen Brothers, incredible.
Yeah, that's our bad. Our bad. Well, we hadn't come to, they're so high on the list, we hadn't come to them yet. Yeah, this is just everything in this, every song in this movie is pitch perfect. From the Tumbleweed song in the very beginning, under Sam Elliott's monologue, just all the way through. Fuck, man. I never,
Phenomenal.
I never knew, I had never heard that Kenny Rogers song.
Oh, Kenny Rogers in the first edition?
I never knew Kenny Rogers sounded like that once upon a time. Like, Kenny Rogers was the fucking gambler to me, you know? And
you got to know when to hold.
yeah, that is not my bag, but I heard this shit.
Fold.
I'm like, whoa, I didn't know Kenny Rogers used to do acid. This is fucking awesome. Yeah, that's a great song. Just dropped in as a great song. It's a
And
great.
that Dylan song that they play over the opening credits.
Oh yeah, yeah. What's that called? Do you know that?
I think it's called "The Man in Me."
Okay, I'll believe you.
It just but just that just that la 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 la, just him like, singing that song over the montage of like the bowling alley.
It's one of the
you know?
more pleasant to listen to vocally Dylan songs. I will say that. That's for sure. He's kind of rough to listen to sometimes. He's definitely one of those artists that a lot of covers were better than the originals. I think. Anyway.
Yeah.
Whatever. Fuck you.
All along the Watchtower, man.
Creedence. Plenty of Creedence in this movie.
Yeah, some Creedence tapes.
What was the name of the Nihilists band?
Oh, is it Autobahn?
I think so.
We are nihilists. If you believe in nothing.
My favorite is the dude tittering in the chair, Uli, the director. He's the guy who plays Lupin in the fucking Harry Potter movies.
Oh yeah, I always love that part. He's just like, "Would you like a drink?" He's like, "Yeah, White Russian." He's like, "Bars over there."
What is your fucking problem, man? It's Sandra about Banale.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
All right. Lebowski. Urban Cowboy. I'm not going to get into that one. Holy shit, that's a terrible movie. Did you ever see Judgment Night?
No.
If you get a chance, watch that. I that was one of those movies that me and some friends watched when we were way too young to watch a movie of this R caliber. And I think we were hanging out at my buddy's house and we somehow convinced his mom to let us rent this without looking at the box. And it's a movie with a wild cast. Fucking hold on, let me bring it up because it's nutty. It's Jeremy Piven's in it, and fucking what's his name, dude? Emilio Estevez.
Oh boy.
And a young Cuba Gooding Jr. Okay, and they all play buddies who I think the plot is they go, and Stephen Dorff, a young dwarf, and these dudes rent an RV and they're going to I don't think it's the Super Bowl, but it might be a playoff game, and I think it's in Chicago, and they get off the freeway when they shouldn't and end up in it's like a bombed out demilitarized zone of the city. And they end up running from a gang of criminals after they witness a murder run by Dennis Leary.
Dennis Leary.
Yeah, it's the goofiest movie. Not the goofiest. We thought it was hardcore, hard-boiled shit when we were kids, man. It was.
Whoa.
We loved it.
I'm a little I'm a little stunned at like the assortment of artists here. I'm just looking down
Yeah.
the one side. Like, just bear with me. I see Helmet. I see
No,
Living
no.
Color.
Yeah.
Sonic Youth. Biohazard. Faith No More. Mudhoney.
De La
But then
Soul?
but then I'm like, wait, House of Pain,
Yeah.
De La Soul.
Soul?
It's like
Cypress
everything is a
Hill?
rap rock mix.
Fucking
Mudhoney and Sir Mix-a-Lot. Are you kidding me?
Biohazard, bro. They were in it.
Biohazard and
Slayer and
Onyx.
Ice-T, dude. That's fucking excellent. Mudhoney and Sir
Helmet.
Mix-a-Lot.
Helmet and House of Pain. Sonic Youth and Cypress Hill. I have to find this. I have to listen to this.
Yeah,
It
dude.
sounds insane.
Yeah. Listen to this description. Slayer and Ice-T rage through exploited covers in the wake of the LA riots.
Jesus.
Sonic Youth and Cypress Hill share a feedback-soaked psychedelic smoke-out.
Sounds about right. I like Sonic Youth a lot.
Yeah, we're going to have to look this one up, baby. Sir Mix-a-Lot gets a chance to say, I want to put you in the mud, honey.
You ever listen to Mudhoney?
Yeah, and
I
regrettably.
love Mudhoney. Touch me, I'm sick.
All right, what's next?
I mean, I can't really speak on Magnolia. I've never seen that movie.
No, it's worth a watch. You should check it out.
All right. Well, I have seen
It's long.
Natural Born Killers.
Fuck yeah, Oliver Stone. I don't think of him as a director who uses music a lot, but maybe I should.
Well,
Platoon.
This was a weird one because
Yeah.
a lot of it was done by Trent Reznor.
Right. The score parts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did like all the music for this movie.
But there were songs, right?
Yeah, there were songs that I think eventually.
Because I know
made it
Jane's
onto-
Addiction was on this for sure.
Well, his first album had a couple songs, 9 Inch Nails, that is, that were in this movie. There was like a real slow ballady one. Something I Can Never Have was on Pretty Hate Machine, but it was also in a different version of it was in Natural Born Killers.
I remember there were songs that had clips of dialogue from this movie, and I never knew if they
Yeah.
were from the movie or if people just grabbed clips, but I think it was both. Yeah, this is a fucked up movie. It was a fucked up movie. Oliver Stone's done some good soundtracks, though, in his films. Gotta give him credit.
He's definitely an auteur.
Let's see. Lost in Translation.
Oh, dude, number 30, Singles.
I'm not that familiar. I know
my
I've
God.
seen it. I know it's a Cameron
like a-
Crowe movie, right? It's the one
It's
with
a
Matt
who's
Dillon.
who of all the stuff we were into in the 90s. It's all like the grunge acts. You have Alice in Chains is on
Oh
it.
man, look, Smashing Pumpkins, Soundgarden,
Pearl Jam.
Alice in Chains, man. Yeah, okay. Screaming Trees, holy shit.
Yeah, Mark Lanigan and Screaming Trees. I love that band. And the Replacements, or not Replacements, the guy from the Replacements, Paul Westerberg, I think his name is.
Okay.
Has a bunch of songs on this.
All
It's
right,
a great soundtrack.
cool. I've been watching Cameron Crowe stuff. I just saw Say Anything for the first time, which was his first movie. So, hey, maybe I'll just go in order. Why not?
Yeah, man. Singles is great,
Sweet. All right.
especially as a soundtrack. It's awesome.
Brief mention for this one, number 28, Midnight Cowboy, which I always think is a 70s movie. I can't believe it came out in 85. I think that's wrong. Hold on. I feel like that's wrong, isn't it?
85?
Yeah, what the fuck, man? Rolling Stone,
in the
get your
70s,
shit
right?
together, bro. It came out in 69. Get your shit
Jesus.
together, Rolling Stone. What are you fucking talking about, pal? Harry, everybody talking at me. I don't hear a word you're saying.
Calm down, man. It's okay.
You can laugh with me a little bit. You should know that song.
Wait, which one?
That's the big song from that movie. Everybody's talking at me. Everybody's talking at me. I don't hear a word they're saying. No?
Oh, yeah, I know that song.
Yeah.
I know that
As
song.
it comes from this movie.
I did not know that.
Now you do. Now you do. John Voight.
I like Harry Nilsson.
John Voight's, he's a man whore in this movie.
Man whore?
He's a man whore dressed like a cowboy in
Dave.
New York City. What?
It's 2025. Get
Oh.
your shit together. He's a sex worker. They're called sex workers.
Man whore, sex whore. No, man, he was dressed as a cowboy selling his ass on 2nd Avenue in this movie. He was a whore. Maybe he'd be a sex worker today, but back then he was a whore. Waiting to exhale, 1995.
I'd like to apologize to the sex worker community.
Yes,
sensitivity.
so many of you are rabid fans. I apologize. I said today we call you sex workers. Tom,
What?
how many sex workers do we have as fans? How many do you know?
Oh, God.
So many.
I don't think I know anybody that cool.
Outstanding. Are you a fan of Rock and Roll High School?
Is that the one with the Ramones?
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen parts of it. I mean, I'm not. I hate the Ramones. I was never
Really?
a Ramones fan.
Interesting.
I can't stand them.
Interesting. Is it that whole era of music, or is it just them?
No, it's not that whole era. That whole era had a lot of stuff. It's that particular flavor of punk. I can't stand.
Too late and
Like,
polished, too commercial.
I want to be sedated. I can't stand that sound. It's just
I think
it's so simple. It's so happy sounding in major key, and it just like it didn't jive with what I thought punk was supposed to be. It's just so happy.
it is kind
I
of
didn't like
juvenile, isn't it? That's what it always
Yes,
seemed
that's
like
a
to
good
me.
word for it. It's very juvenile.
I always thought it was just I had that same feeling because I just have heard their songs too many fucking times, and they're so short you can hear them so quickly. Yeah, I was never a big Ramones fan either. Okay, fuck it. Fuck the Ramones. Listen to the Clash. Oh, here we go. Cameron Crowe again, motherfucker. Almost Famous, 2000. Jesus.
This was a great soundtrack.
Just a epic classic rock soundtrack. This is another one where I knew a lot of people had this. Even people who didn't have the movie would have this soundtrack. It's everyone's on this. Everyone, including Zeppelin, right?
I don't remember if they got Zeppelin.
Well, I know they got Skinner, Elton John, the epic Tiny Dancer scene. Got me to kind of
Tony
like,
Danza scene.
yeah. Hold me closer, Tony Dancer. Got me to like that song. I never really liked that song before.
Yeah, because you never it forced you to pay attention to it when they're all singing it on the bus.
It was something about too, like, it got me to imagine what the song must have been like when it was new, which I started to try to do more back like around that time. I think that's kind of important for older music, especially ones you've heard a lot growing up. They kind of become part of the din. It's hard to listen to them with fresh ears, but if
Right.
something like this can let you do that, I guess you can appreciate them a little more, you know? Especially I fucking hated Elton John, you know, because Elton John when we were growing up was not the Elton John of the
Yeah.
70s.
Elton John, when we were growing up, was like Lion King soundtrack.
Exactly. Yes. That and that fucking the two versions of A Candle in the Wind. Like the one he did for
Oh, God.
Princess Di is what I think of.
Like a candle in the wind.
And the same goes for Billy Joel. Like the Billy Joel when we were little, like when we were old enough to be into music, not the same Billy Joel from the 70s and the 60s or late 60s. I don't know. He's old as fuck.
Yes.
So what was it? Nancy Wilson, though, wrote the original songs in Almost Famous. Because we talked about this when we talked about Best Fake Bands for Stillwater.
Yes.
But on top of the original
Fever
music,
Dog.
yeah. That was the name of the song, right? The band was Stillwater, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fever Dog was a song.
But in addition to that, there was just a ton of other music. I don't know. Like, it almost seemed like the soundtrack was too good. And
It was really good.
I never really looked it up to see if anything was anachronistic or not. But I trust in the Cameron Crowe when it comes to music. He had the career I would have liked to have had.
He was really good at just like at painting you a picture of a moment in history through the music. That's all the stuff that was just out at that time, which is kind of like unbelievable. These songs are like classics, but when you like just like in singles, when you look at how many of these awesome songs came out in like the same 2 or 3 years, it's nuts,
mind-boggling, dude. And they thought that music was dying at the time. Like, they're so pessimistic about music, you know, Lester Bang and all that. And Jesus, man, Bowie walks into the fucking hotel, you know, it's just a random thing. Oh, Bowie's here. Cool. Sweet. You know?
Yeah. Meanwhile, like we're looking back at this time and like, oh my God, what a time to be alive.
Yeah. Now, we always talk about how we were born just late enough to see the worst, like, death rattle of so many things before that just goes away. I think you could argue that Cameron Crowe hit the sweet spot, the last generational sweet spot. Like, this dude got the opportunity to be a music writer for Rolling Stone in the 70s, which was not the last decade that magazine was relevant, but it was close to it. And it was the last decade it was Rolling fucking Stone, you know, like the music magazine. By the 80s, it turned into a pop culture magazine in large part, and it got worse in the 90s. But in the 70s, fuck, dude. And with those bands and that talent, and then he got to make movies in the 80s into the 90s, which you could also argue was a golden age for filmmaking too.
Yeah.
He's a lucky son of a bitch, man. And he married that chick from Heart.
Who? Nancy Wilson?
Yeah. Yeah.
I love Heart.
I don't know if they're still married, but they were married when he made this. Yeah, Heart's underrated for sure. Absolutely.
They wrote some bangers.
Okay, we're getting close to the end here. Boogie Nights. That was a great soundtrack. Oh, fuck, man. Easy Rider.
Easy Rider was a good one.
Yeah, that's pretty epic. But that Hendrix song that you loved when we were in high school was in this. Six Was Nine.
6 Was 9.
Yeah.
That song's kind of cheesy, but like I love it.
This is also Steppenwolf was in this. This got Steppenwolf on the map.
Born to Be Wild.
Yeah. It's so cliched now if you watch it, but that song was brand new at the time.
Yeah, imagine that, like you say, like imagine the time that came out and being a new song. People think that song coined the term heavy metal.
It didn't, right?
Well, I don't know, but I think it's the first time you hear somebody use the term heavy metal.
Yeah,
they talk about heavy metal thunder, you know.
That Magic Carpet Ride, they're just so overplayed for decades. It's so hard to imagine what that must have been like new.
Yeah.
I love that band. I always liked that band. I think
Steppenwolf was great.
That record they put out, Steppenwolf, I think is 16 Greatest Hits or something, I think it was called. My dad had it on tape, and I ended up buying it later. Every song on that record is fucking amazing. But that's just a epic counterculture movie. It's one of those touchstone movies for a lot of reasons. And the music is part of it. Definitely part of it. There you go, man. Number 17. This is Spinal Tap. Does this count? It's all original fake songs.
We covered Spinal Tap in fake bands.
Yeah.
But my God, all the songs are phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Big Bottom is one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life. She fits me like a flesh tuxedo. I sink her with my big torpedo. It's so gross.
It's pretty fucking gross. Is it Love Glove? Is that the one? That's smell my glove. Smell the glove. Wonderful. They're reportedly toying around with making a sequel. with the original cast.
They are making it.
Is it? That's happening, huh? Well, fuck
It's
me.
happening. I saw a promo for it, and like I had to admit, I chuckled a little bit. They just show somebody like turning the dials up on an
To
amplifier.
11. Yeah.
They all go to 11, and then the last one, he turns it even further to infinity.
Thought it was going to be 15, but no, infinity. All right.
These go to infinity.
Oh, number 16, there it is. Scorsese classic, Goodfellas, 1990. This is what you think of when you think of Scorsese music. And he gets to, like you said, he uses the music to tell you where you are in the chronology of the story. Because it starts in the 60s and ends in, I think, the early 80s, right? Or the late 70s.
Yeah.
And the music accordingly runs along. And I always remember that, he plays some of the early Rolling Stones music in the 60s and then plays some of their later shit because they just kept making music.
Right.
And they're still around now somehow.
Yeah. It is. I love the one moment from this movie that like I think really stands out on the soundtrack as well is that like what was it, like the Ronettes or something, that and then he kissed me.
Yeah.
For that long take through the club, that whole scene is awesome, and the song just elevates it.
He also uses
level.
that rev of the motor from
Leader
of the Pack. Yeah, I was thinking of the spoof on the Leader of the Laundromat, and I couldn't think of the real one. Yeah, from Leader of the Pack. I remember that. I remember, of course, the piano from Layla.
Oh yeah, for
when they show all the bodies. Yeah, that piano interlude. I didn't know what that was from when I saw this movie the first time. I'd only ever heard the short version of Layla and that goddamn unplugged version that was everywhere in the 90s.
Oh yeah, people love the unplugged.
Yeah, I didn't know that there was a better version. But yeah, there's a long list of great songs and great artists on this one, man. That's a great one. It's a great one. Train Spotting.
God, what a fucked up movie.
Yeah, I don't know much about this. I know it's a lot of British shit. Have you seen this? I've seen it.
I'm just asking.
Have you seen the sequel?
It's a good soundtrack. No.
Fucking terrible. As you could imagine. Wow. It's terrible.
Who could have foreseen that?
Not me, man. I thought it was going to be awesome. No, I didn't.
I got a last for life.
All right, I guess we have to do this. Pretty in Pink, we have to give Mr. John Hughes some credit because he was really good at putting music that young folk liked in movies about young folk. And I think it let kids relate to these movies a little bit better. It wasn't like a grown-up thinking about the music the kids like. It seemed he really knew. He really knew. And what, like, this soundtrack is Echo and the Bunnymen and New Order and the Smiths. Like, it's fucking rad, dude. Psychedelic Furs. That's great. It's awesome.
I like Echo and the Bunnymen.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. I like Psychedelic Furs. That's an interesting band, dude.
I like New Order.
Yeah, my wife likes the Smiths. The fucking Smiths. Here, you got to do number 13.
Oh, God. Yeah. Number 13. Coen Brothers again. Oh, brother, where art thou?
Yeah. Yeah.
And like this soundtrack is so different from all the others on the list because like it does a couple of things simultaneously. It genre hops a lot, but it also like kind of ties a thread between all the different southern fried situations the heroes find themselves in. You have all these different styles of music, but it's all stuff that you absolutely would encounter in that hayseed version of the South
at the time.
It's
at
that time. It's awesome.
And music is a thread that runs through the whole movie too. Music and early radio. And of course there's the original version of Man of Constant Sorrow. What is that?
That song was huge.
Who sang that? T-Bone Burnett? No.
Oh, I don't remember.
Well, it's not George Clooney. But the lip syncing was good enough that people thought it might have been him because he's got the singing. Ralph Stanley. He's got the lineage in the family.
He did that song "Oh Death," the one they're singing at the clan meeting.
Damn. Yeah, holy God.
But yeah, there are parts of that soundtrack that just to this day, like I get chills listening to it. It's just number one because it's awesome, and number two because just like the feeling you get when they come out of the house and they see the nooses in their graves are dug.
Oh yeah.
There's 3 singers singing the "You Gotta Go to
that
the
dirge, yeah, not a
that
dirge.
southern acapella like field song.
Yeah,
oh God.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So it's like it's moving.
And the Alison Krauss one too. Love that shit. I think she does one of the voices of the 3 sirens.
Yeah, and they sing that song "I'll Fly Away."
Yeah, that's a great song.
Phenomenal.
Okay, moving the fuck on. I'm not going to talk about Rushmore because Wes Anderson can lick my balls. What? Sorry, everybody. Tom, you're not a Wes Anderson fan anyway, are you?
I mean,
it's to preface, it seems like something you would like, and that I would hate.
He's made movies that I like. I saw Rushmore. I enjoyed it. There's a couple of his movies I love, like Grand Budapest Hotel was amazing. I loved it. Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. I mean, I tried really hard to like that movie. I couldn't do it.
I left the theater.
They did play Search and Destroy in that movie, which was awesome.
I went and saw that with a friend of mine, and I left his ass in the fucking theater and I left. And I snuck into another movie.
I remember
you were not the friend. You were not the friend. Tom was not the friend, everyone.
No, I remember you telling me about it, and I was like, yeah, that tracks.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it was just one of those things where I just didn't like the people who were really into Wes Anderson movies. Maybe I should give it another shake, but I doubt it.
Because there's a type. There's a type.
There's a type. There's a type. It's like there were people who were way too into Al Yankovic music. People who were way too into Monty Python. These all seem to be kind of the same fucking people. Okay. I'm calm.
Okay. It's okay.
I don't want to talk about American Graffiti.
Don't.
It's just before our time. I'm sure, yes, it's got Fats Domino and Chuck Berry and all them shit. Whatever. It's got 50s music because it's a 50s movie. It's about 50s cars. Did burger joints.
Right, well, you want to talk about number 8 or number 7?
Tough crowd. I'll talk about 8. I'll talk about The fucking Graduate. 1968, The Graduate. This was one of those movies that I saw when I was pretty young, and I really, really hated it. And then I saw it again when I was older. I was like, oh, fuck. Yeah, no, I get it. It's an interesting movie. It's Simon and Garfunkel. Like, everyone thinks of Simon and Garfunkel when they think of this movie. Because you got, Mrs. Robinson.
Yeah.
That's the big one. But they did other songs that are on this. Sound of Silence is also in this, which is, I don't know if there are any other bands featured on this. This might be another one of those single band soundtrack movies. But it's epic and it's memorable. So, hooray. I saw an old episode of Saturday Night Live recently from the first season. And Paul Simon was the guest host. And back then, I didn't realize this, but especially during that first season, it was almost entirely a music show. Like, it was 70% of the show was fucking music. They did hardly any sketches in that first season. Anyway, he was the host, and then Garfunkel was the music guest. So, of course, they did a couple duets together.
Just Garfunkel?
Yeah, just Garfunkel. And then, but they sang together for this huge segment in the middle. But then Garfunkel did a song all by himself at the end. It wasn't good. It did not sound great. It was very strange. And that man's hair, it was really upsetting to me. All right.
Yeah, his hair is tough to look at.
All right, 7. Number 7, me.
Oh, 7. And it's just, I'm going to say it. And like, I say the name of this movie. And instantly I can't help but think about the speedy thrashing surf rock tones of Dick Dale. It's Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Well, like, I don't know that there's one soundtrack on this list that's more defined by like a song than Pulp Fiction and Miserlou by Dick Dale.
Yeah.
It's like instantaneous.
Well, they play almost the whole song at the very beginning over the title, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that sets the tone, but there's just so many interesting choices in this because it's, all over the dial because it's 1994, but it's just songs Tarantino likes, I think,
Yeah.
and it just works, man. It fits. And there's a lot. I mean, there's Al
Well,
Green.
I think
What?
he does that thing again where you're hearing the song in the frame, and it tells you something about the character in the frame because that's what you're
100%.
choosing to listen to.
100%.
You know?
Yeah.
It just adds so much flavor. Like Ving Rhames is sitting there listening to Al Green, and so you get just that extra little nugget of like who Ving Rhames is in the movie. What is it, Marcellus Wallace? I think his character's name is.
Yeah, and Mia Wallace is listening to Dusty Springfield when she's getting ready. Son of a Preacher
Yes.
Man, and that's a great rendition of that song. And then that Neil Diamond cover, the choice to not use the Neil Diamond song, but to use that tremendous cover, that's fucking epic. And that's
a
one
good
of the most
cover.
amazing scenes. Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon. Yeah, Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon. That's Urge Overkill. All right. I looked them up one time. That is the only song of theirs that sounds like this. They are a pretty hardcore, like, industrial band, from what I could tell.
Really?
Yeah. Nothing else of theirs is even remotely. They just did that cover, I guess, because they like that song. I have no idea how it happened. I never went beyond that. I just found it and listened to a bunch of their other shit, and like, it's not bad, but it's not what you'd expect. But that and the Chuck Berry during the props for using Chuck Berry during a song when they're doing the twist and it not being the twist.
Yes.
Tremendous.
You're having a twist competition without playing the twist.
But you still play Chuck Berry. I love it. So it's perfectly in that time period. And what was the name of that cafe, the 50s cafe? Jack Rabbit Slims. Jack Rabbit
Yes.
Slims. And Elvis Man should love it. That's from a deleted scene. You know that line?
Oh, really?
Yeah, she says an Elvis Man should love it. There's a scene where before they leave, when he first comes to the house, there's this conversation about how everybody is either an Elvis man or a Beatles guy. I think those are the two choices. And he says,
Which one are you?
me? Elvis.
Yeah, you.
Elvis. I fucking hate the Beatles, dude.
I'm a Beatles guy.
I don't fucking hate the Beatles.
You don't get the Beatles.
Not to the degree that people who get the Beatles do. I understand their importance in musical history. I get what they did for music. Again, the early stuff I think is extremely juvenile and it just doesn't interest me. And again, I've heard it too much. And I always felt that when they started getting quote unquote psychedelic, that it was like a cop out, I don't know. I just don't get it. I just don't. I think it's more of a choice between the Beatles and the Stones, which is not uncommon for people to ask that question. What about you? You're just Beatles all the way?
I like the Beatles. If I have to choose if I'm going to listen to the Beatles or Elvis, I'm going to pick the Beatles. I don't like all their stuff. They're not like infallible, but I enjoy a lot of Beatles stuff.
I think in the context of the film, it's more a question about style than music. And I think definitely Vincent Vega is an Elvis man. And,
Well, yeah, I don't think I can pull off a rhinestone suit.
No, but I think it's style that there's
Hey, mama.
there's different Elvis eras too. So the Jack White Elvis.
Look out, man.
Look out, man. That's what that I can get into that. I don't know, man. You read about how Elvis partied and how he got down. That dude was probably a lot of fun before he started getting way too drugged out. I bet. Between when he wasn't like marrying 16-year-olds and shit.
Yeah, as one does.
Girl. Bow, 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 bow. Do you, all right, you know the song from the movie. Have you ever heard the Neil Diamond original?
Nope.
No? Oh, shit.
No, never heard. I've only heard the cover. That to me, that's one of those songs that's defined by the cover. Like All Along the Watchtower. To me, I know Bob Dylan wrote it. To me, it's a Jimi Hendrix song.
The vocals are not much different from Diamond's version, but the music, the instrumentation in the cover is much better and cleaner and just crisper. There's some weird instrumentation in the Neil Diamond version that just changes the mood, and I don't like it. All right.
No. All right.
Are there any other ones on the rest of this list that you want to talk about? Because oddly enough, Rolling Stone really
Not you?
picked some shit I don't like.
Briefly, I'll talk about Superfly.
Okay.
That's a great because that defines a sound. That is a very specific sound. Like it's like R&B. It's Curtis Mayfield.
Yeah.
Just like setting the tone for what's to come for an entire genre. And some of the songs are just amazing. Like Freddie's Dead. I love that song. It's just iconic. And we could go into it, but like he defines a genre essentially on that soundtrack.
And it's about as famous as the movie is. I don't know if the movie resonates as much without the music that was used for it.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's worth talking about. The rest are all Beatles movies, and then Purple Rain.
Well, there's one on here called The Harder They Come. I've never seen this movie, but I'm familiar with a lot of the stuff on the soundtrack. It's like it's reggae, but it's like this great version of reggae that like because most people when they think about reggae, you're thinking about like Bob Marley, but this is like early '70s reggae. And it's like think like Jimmy Cliff. And my personal favorite, I love Toots and the Maytals. You ever listen to Toots and the Maytals?
No, this is a corner of music I'm unfamiliar with.
I think you might dig it. It's like lo-fi gritty reggae, and it's not Bob Marley. And like Toots and the Maytals in particular, they like to cover songs. They do a great cover, a reggae cover of Country Road.
No shit.
It's
awesome.
That
must be neat. All right.
But one of my favorite covers ever, they cover Louie Louie by the Kingsmen. It fucking rules.
All right.
It is in my top 5 covers of all time is Toots' version of Louie Louie. I'll have to send them to you. It's phenomenal. Plus, he's got a couple of originals that you'll recognize. Like Funky Kingston, 5446 was my number. Those songs are amazing. And then the one on the soundtrack is a song called Pressure Drop. It's a great song.
All right. Yeah, man, give me a playlist, dude. I'd be happy to check it out. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I'll send you some Toots.
Shit, yeah. All right. You want to talk about Purple Rain? I don't know if I've ever actually seen the movie. I've listened to the soundtrack. I don't know if I've ever seen it.
I love this album. I've seen Purple Rain once when I was much too young to know what the fuck was happening.
I've seen pieces. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm missing a lot as long as I've listened to the record.
I mean, that's the best part of the whole thing is the soundtrack. The soundtrack's amazing. It's a much better album than movie.
Well, we've come to the end of this list, and I have a honorable mention, at least one.
What's that?
Grosse Point Blank was not on this list, and I think that's a sinful omission. I think whenever if I think of great soundtracks that I really like for movies that are kind of not unique but set a tone for a movie, Grosse Point Blank's pretty fucking cool to me, and because it's about a high school reunion, and one of the main characters is a local DJ, and she's playing all hits from when they graduated.
Okay.
So you get a lot of The Clash, which is really I'm okay with that whenever. But you've also got that Queen David Bowie Under Pressure version.
Yeah.
Under Pressure. Faith No More. But you also get some cool shit like the Violent Femmes have 2 tracks on this, and Blister in the Sun. This had to have been roughly when that came out.
I like the Blister in the Sun. That song's from like the 80s.
Is it that old?
Yeah.
Wow, man. Then I guess Jesus, I never would have thought it was that old. Fuck, then I guess it is period. Live and Let Die, Guns N' Roses cover. I'm pretty fond of that because
that's a good cover.
I fucking hate Wings. I don't know. That's just my honorable mention. I'd like to throw that out there.
I have two honorable mentions. Number one is I don't know how Forrest Gump didn't make this list.
Ooh, fuck yeah. What the fuck, man? Good point.
Forrest Gump was a massive soundtrack just in terms of just tons of songs. And again, it told you that it was your milestones for like where you were in what was a pretty long timeline of events. You know,
yeah.
They were like
Decades.
Guideposts for what decade you were in. But I could see it just being like too big of a soundtrack, so it wasn't like specific enough. But another soundtrack I loved was Donnie Darko.
Okay, I could see that. That's
Donnie
got some
Darko
good
had a great soundtrack.
Can you name a few?
The Killing Moon, Echo and the Bunnymen.
Oh, right.
Was really good.
That's right.
You had a great Tears for Fears song on there. Head Over Heels was awesome. And it was like that. Remember that one long single cut where they're going through the whole school?
Yeah.
With that song, that's the song playing in the background.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. I know what you mean. Yep.
You have Joy Division, Love Will Tear Us Apart.
Sorry.
Yeah. Under the Milky Way by The Church. Remember that song?
Yeah. All right.
Under the Milky Way too. And then there was it had a good cover. It had that cover of Mad World.
Good
that
call.
Sad Bastard.
Yeah.
Mad World cover.
Good call, man.
It's a great soundtrack.
Tracking back a little bit, Forrest Gump, I think I could see objectively how I know people don't like this movie anymore. They think it's aged poorly. They're saying a lot of people say it wasn't as good as people thought it was. In 1994, when you were 11 years old, there's a lot of these songs I had never been exposed to before that were in this movie. Like, my parents made me listen to oldies a lot, but it was like WOGL oldies. So you weren't hearing a lot of psychedelic shit from the 60s. You were hearing pop hits, right? I remember this specifically was the first time I had heard a Doors song that wasn't Light My Fire or Break On Through. And that got me that really was one of the first things that got me into the Doors.
What song was it? Was it Peace Frog?
Love Her Madly I had never heard before that was in this. There's several Doors songs in this movie, but that's the one I remember making an impression that I'd never heard before. I'd never heard Stairway. No, not Stairway. The Skynyrd song, when she's going to jump off the roof.
Oh, it's Freebird,
Yeah,
I think.
I had never heard Freebird before this movie, if you can believe that. But I was 11. Like, fuck.
I can forgive you for that.
Plus, there was Jefferson Airplane, Three Dog Night. Like, the list is ridiculous.
It's huge.
You know, because, again, like you
feel
said,
like
it
it's
spans
almost too
decades.
big for this list.
Yeah. But everyone from Joan Baez to Aretha Franklin, the Mamas and the Papas, and all the way down to Bob Seger with Against the Wind, and some, because it ends in the early '80s, right? I don't know. It's unfair that it wasn't on here because the Fifth Dimension is in here.
Fifth Dimension.
Yeah, the Age of Aquarius. They managed to jam that into this fucking
yeah.
movie. And then there's also a Supremes track. Like, what do you...
Jimi Hendrix.
Hendrix? Yeah. Absolutely. All the...
Sorry for fighting in the middle of your Black Panther party.
Yeah, I shot him. Rainy Day Woman had great placement in this. Buffalo Springfield was in this. Fucking everybody, dude. Everybody. Yeah, it's a sin they didn't mention that. Fucking Rolling Stone. Go ahead.
I have one other soundtrack. I think you'll appreciate it. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Brother, talking my language.
That had a great soundtrack.
I'm kind of angry that I didn't think of that. You're fucking right. You're 100% right.
It should have been mine.
Yeah.
Just the first. You remember the first track when we were somewhere around Barstow on the edge of the desert,
When
and the drugs began to take hold, and then that song kicks up. You remember
It's
which
Janis
one it was?
Joplin, isn't it?
Yeah, with her band, Big Brother and the Holding Company.
I don't remember the name of the song, but I know it's her.
It's called a combination of the two.
Oh, okay. That's a great song. It's a great song. I remember Debbie Reynolds. Tammy.
Debbie Reynolds.
Get some good placement in this. Magic Moments by Mr. Perry Como.
And then, while they're still, when they're renting the car, you get a great band, Booker T and the MGs.
Oh, yeah.
A song called "Time Is Tight."
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah.
You know that one,
Yep.
right?
Absolutely.
I love Booker T and the MGs.
Jefferson Airplane,
White-
of course. White
White
Rabbit. White Rabbit. Fucking Dylan. Stuck inside a mobile with the Memphis Blues again.
Yeah, and all the songs kind of feel like a little tongue in cheek, like a joke, as an exclamation point on whatever madness is happening in the scene.
Oh, yeah.
And I love the way they end it with Jumpin' Jack Flash.
Yeah. Tremendous. Yeah. Jumpin' Jack. And they play the whole song. It's the outro of the movie. It's just wonderful.
I've never missed a flight yet.
And also they have all these what would have been Vegas staples at the time, which is why Debbie Reynolds is in it. And then there's I think there's a Tom Jones track. She's a lady, because and there's
Yes.
Yeah. It's just you're right. That's a wonderful one. That's a wonderful one. I just looked this up. The version of Viva Las Vegas in that, Dead Kennedys did that.
Yeah, Jello Biafra.
I didn't know that, dude. I didn't know that. All right. Fuck, I guess that means we're probably missing quite a few. Vanilla Sky. Vanilla Sky had a good soundtrack. Another Cameron Crowe movie.
That?
Who was it? Who was on it?
Yeah.
I'll tell you who was on it.
Vanilla Sky. Oh my God, Radiohead?
Yeah, as I'm telling you.
I love Radiohead.
Just look at that lineup. Peter Gabriel, Looper, R.E.M., Chemical
Jeff
Brothers.
Buckley?
Mm-hmm. Dylan. Jeff Buckley, it's not the song you think either. It's Last Goodbye, not Hallelujah. Of course you need a track from Nancy Wilson, right? No, I like this movie an awful lot. And I think the music it's a Cameron Crowe movie, so music fixed into it in a kind of a big way because it tells the story of his life a little bit, but it sets the mood. Again, he knows how to set mood with music. Because
I had a hard time with this movie.
Why?
When I first saw it, I remember not liking it. And I wanted to like it, but like at the end, I don't know. I was really on the fence when I was done. I should give this another watch.
This was definitely one of those movies that I liked more as if after a couple times. Just I think this is one of those because it's got a twist ending, right? And a lot of times you need to rewatch it at least once, knowing the twist, to get another feel for the movie because it's a gimmick.
What a twist!
This one actually you notice more every time you watch it, and I kind of started watching it like a horror movie, and it really worked that way for me. Plus, Kurt Russell's in it, so.
Oh, word?
Yeah, dude, he's the shrink.
I don't remember him at all.
Tech support.
I remember that mask, that weird mask he wears. He's like, hey, it's my mask.
If I wore a mask of my own face, would you like that? Would you wear one? You got to start watching It's Always Sunny, man. We can speak to each other in a meaningful way.
Yeah, because none of this is counted so far.
Not at all.
We need more quotes.
I think we've tortured people long enough. I'm sure we've missed some gems in there. So let us know. Yeah, I mean, there's other John Hughes movies with great soundtracks. There's 90s movies that had great soundtracks that I know we're forgetting. Not Another Teen Movie had a lot of good songs in it. I don't know. All right. That's all I got. Happy Life. Judgment Night. Wolf Jazz.
Judgment Night and Wolf Jazz.
Watch Judgment Night. Listen to Wolf Jazz, motherfucker.